So we carry on with our explanation for Chapter 7, Railway Economics and Strategic Management. And we have reached the stage where we have understood how to build our strategy, and we have reached a stage where we understood as well how to develop our what we call assets management plan, and we understand how we can finance the assets. And now we want to build projects so we can build these assets. Now it's time. We understood that we have developed our railway strategy. We know that we need to build a metro line and we need to start the project. So what kind of sciences we will be using and knowledge to develop this project? At this time, I'll be talking about project management and project governance. In the beginning, then I'll be talking about benchmarking and operations. So without further ado, let's have a look at project management. So project management is a very broad field, and you can look at it from a very simple point of view, and you can look at it in a very detailed view from an engineering point of view. So in a simple way, project management is about managing time, quality, and cost. And what you really need to be doing is to define your project, to define the scope, what is in my project, what is not in my scope, to plan the project, and to organize the resources on delivering your plan, what steps I will be taking to achieve the final result of the project. Then I need to do direct activities, I need to control the results, and I need to close the project. So in this process, you would go through it in every project you would be doing. But this is a very high level, simplistic view of looking at things. So let us try to have a look at example, like I want to build a house. So this is a project. This is the project scope is defined. Now I need to plan it. So to plan it, I need what activities do I need to build this house? And by that, I will make a work breakdown structure. So I would divide the activities into internal activities, foundation, and external. So this is all the activities that should be done to build the house. In the internal activity, I would have electrical activities and plumbing activities. And in the electrical activities, I would understand their cost and their budget. So now I have developed my work breakdown structure. What is the work that needs to be done? And I have break it into smaller structures. Then I need to look at develop my schedule. So this is not enough. Understanding what works to be done, I need to know when it has to be done and at what budget. So I will start developing my Gantt chart, my schedule. So saying the construction, and so the electrical work would have an installation work, and it will take 3 days. We'll start at this time and will end at this time. So by that, you would start developing your schedule and linking between different activities. So this activity can start before finishing this activity. So this activity is tied with finishing this activity. These 3 activities can start on the same time. So now I have developed my Gantt chart and my schedule, and I understand how the schedule is going to be. I need to understand the relations among these activities. Now we have understood the activities, the work that needs to be done, the schedule, but we did not understand at what cost. What will be the cost of HVAC equipment? What will be the cost of testing? What will be the cost of concrete pouring? So I need to build a budget for every task and allocate a team member to deliver this task and make sure that he's motivated to do that. Now we have a clarity on cost, time, and quality. But not everything goes as smoothly as we expect. Sometimes you'd have changes Change is coming from the customer saying, I don't want to build a house anymore. I want to build 2 houses. Or maybe I don't want to have this kind of lighting. I want to do different kind of lighting. And you need to understand what is the impact of this change and understand the risk. So you end up with managing change, risk management, and client management. So let's have a look at this in a little bit more details. We have understood our work breakdown structure, but I need to understand my critical path analysis. And critical path is the longest amount of time needed for activities to deliver a project. So if we look at activities A, this activity would need 10 days, then it will be followed by an activity that needs 8 days, then 9 days, then it's finished. So 10 plus 8 plus 9, that's 27. If we look at the B path, this activity will take 2 days, this activity will take 7 days, and this will activity take 3 days. This is 12 days, okay? So, and if we look at the red path, this activity 10 days, 8 days, 12 days, that's 30 days. So this is the longest path, and this is the critical path that I should keep an eye on, because any delay in any of these activities will impact the project completion date, will impact the whole project. Also, I need to think about resource management, cost control, change control, and risk management. This is a proper project management and project governance. And about cost, where everyone is always concerned about cost, you need to think about earned value management. There is a budgeted cost of work schedule. There is a budget of what do we expect this project to be at what cost. So this is the planned value. But there is an actual cost of work performed. There is how much money we have actually spent on that. This is the actual cost. And there is budgeted cost of work performed. This is the cost of work that has been, the cost of work that has been performed. What was the budget of that? So, and this is the actual, so this is the planned value. This is the actual. And this is how much we have managed to save from the actual. And this can be deceiving, budgeted cost of work performed. So this is so okay, let's look at the schedule, and maybe the graph would make it easier. So this is the planned value. This is how much cumulative cost we will pay at this amount of time. Clear. This is what do we expect to pay in this amount of time. But this is the actual cost. This is what we have actually paid in this amount of time. And so we have saved some time, but we've actually, and we paid the same amount of money. So this is amount of money that was paid, but it was paid in less time, and the project has finished. But what is the earned value? The earned value, actually, we have paid this amount of money at this amount of time. So it's less. So this is the value that we have earned because we have earned some time. The project was intended to plan to finish at this time. We finished it with the same amount of money at those lower time. So we earned this value. So this is the earned value in time, but also it can be in cost. It can be that you plan the project to be at 100, you deliver it at 80, so you earn 20. So it can be the cost variance in terms of there can be a schedule variance, there can be a cost variance, and then can be delay in units of time. So A is the delay in units of time, B is the schedule variance, the difference from the schedule, and C is the cost variance, the difference from the cost. And you should always keep a close eye on your cost graph and your earned and your on the S shape, your earned value management analysis. With that, we finished the section about project management and project control. Now we have built the project, we developed the strategy, we looked at our assets management, now we build our projects and the projects are finished. Now we need to make sure that we measure our performance and we improve it so we achieve our business objectives. So there are many ways on measuring performance and benchmarking, but we will look at two of those. We look at success and dimensions and Kaplan and Norton. So there are success dimension, there is assets utilization, there is innovation and growth, and there is financial effectiveness. And from those, I need to build my KPIs, which can be related to efficiency, how many trains I run on time, service quality and reliability. We have a reliability of 99.99%. Our trains never fail. Safety, we have 3 fatalities every year. Accessibility, we have 5 stations along the route or 6 stations along the route. Those will be associated with the scorecard that is customer or internal, financial, learning and growth. And this is how I measure my performance and build my KPIs. This is success dimensions, but also Kaplan and Norton balanced scorecard. Customer affects the financial, and the financial is affected by internal business processes. And this is also affected by learning and growth. This is the vision, and this will impact our vision and strategy. So we need something tangible. We need to think about railway key performance indicators. So in general, you would be building a top level KPIs and you would try to benchmark against those. But let us look at some of the KPIs that is common in railways. Safety, so average fatalities, lost work hours due to accidents, customer and service quality, what are the customers that I'm delivering, how many trains on time, the total number of trains, passenger delay minutes, capacity and utilization, train kilometers, financial revenue, how much revenue I have, what is my cost recovery rate, and we'll look at that. People learning, are they learning, total number of staff, funding shareholders, government subversion per passenger journey, how much subsidy is provided per passenger journey. So this is just some of the key performance indicators that are common in railways. So now you know how to measure your performance against what key performance indicators, you know what has been done, but you really need sometimes not only to measure your own performance, you need to compare it with others. And this is where benchmarking happens. Look at, this is Commit and Nova, which collected, you can have a look at Commit and Nova, which is a research project that has collected information from different metros around the world, which is trying to do benchmark against these metros. So to do benchmarking, you really to be effective, you really need to clearly define what you need your results to be. Do I want to run a very safe railway? Do I want to run a profitable railway? Do I want to run a reliable railway? So you need to think about these. And from these, you need to elect your critical success factors. You need to define your objectives to achieve these critical success factors. And based on that, you would develop your key performance indicators and you will monitor them and you will benchmark against them. After that, you will agree and you communicate your vision to the staff and say, we need to be #1 in the world based on these KPIs. And you will reward the staff on success and the whole team, but also be responsible if there is any changes in the KPIs. So one of, for example, if we look at profitable metros, operating cost recovery trends. Metros maybe like to recover their operating costs. So we can see these metros, 3 metros, have managed to recover their operational cost. They exist in these cities over a number of years. And over a year, either it stays stable or the recovery rate has been declining. So you look at Commit and Nova and look at benchmarking. Now you are ready. You have an understanding of a strategy of assets management. You build the project, you have managed it, you build your key performance indicators, and you need to try to build on that. With that has been said, I think it's time that we stop here. I will have a dedicated lecture on organization, culture, technology, and innovation. So we'll see you in the next lecture and have a great evening. Take care.